Oh boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my win streak has ended. As I was bragging about in my last video, if you didn't see it, I had an entire page full of wins, and I was rather excited about it. And today, that win streak has come to an end. And so, this game didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to do another self-analysis video because I feel that this is a game that I can learn from, something that I can, I've already started piecing together. Like, you know, usually a loss isn't that bad. I pick myself up, I keep going. But after such a dominant win streak with such a good group of guys that I'm playing with, it just made me, it just shot me so hard to like have this loss. And I was like, fuck. So now it's time to jump in and figure out what went wrong so that we can learn from it, because these are the losses, these are the big ones that you really have to learn from. Like I said, we were actually trying in this one. This wasn't a fuck around game or anything. And occasionally when I do get those games where I just decide I want to fuck around, you know, I don't really care if I lose. It's all good, whatever, man. But like I said, this one, just on the end of a large win streak. I thought my picks were good, but as we continue to go on here, I'm slowly thinking in my head about all the things that could have gone differently. Let me turn off my friend overlay here, because actually, there we go. Don't want this popping up in the video. All right, so like I said, let's get into this. So this was a full 5 stack of mine. Izzy's not on my friends list, but he was in our party. We were on Skype together, and so we've been playing 5s versus 5s or 4+1s all night. And like I said, the last couple days, things have been going pretty well for us. So once again, I'm drafting for my team. In general, when I'm playing with this group of guys, I am usually the drafter. I feel I have a really good understanding of the drafting game. And, you know, in pub games, like in the last self-analysis I did, I mentioned that I don't like to draft a lot in pub games, just because I'd rather, you know, have somebody else take the blame if things go terribly. Plus, I also have a pretty wide array of heroes, so I'd rather somebody else pick heroes they're comfortable with, and then I'll just, you know, fill in the blanks, because that's usually what I'm fair with. So, getting into this draft, here I feel there is a giant, blatant mistake in this draft, and you guys can see if you can point it out as we go along. But right off the bat, they ban out Death Prophet and Clockwork, and I get rid of the Timbersaw and the Bristleback. Those have been my pretty standard go-to bans. If either of those two bans are taken by the enemy, I'll go for either an Alchemist or a Death Prophet ban of my own. But this is pretty standard stuff. So I threw out those bans really quickly, and the Alchemist is still in the pool, and I really, really wanted Alchemist, and I didn't want them to have him, so I was just hoping to God that they didn't get it because they had first pick. And this is one of the things I really don't like. Like, I hate drafting with second pick. If I'm in a tournament, I will always ask for first pick first if I have the option. First pick just gives you so much more versatility. So they decided to go for the Crystal Maiden. They feel that was a much more valuable pick to them. So I grabbed myself the Alchemist right off the bat. You can see it took half a second and I snatched it right up because that was what I wanted. I knew I wanted that. And you'll notice I take a lot of time for this draft. I spend a lot of my time deliberating over what I'm going to pick. And a lot of that is, well, that's mainly for 2 reasons. First of all, like I said, I've been playing with this same 5 stack for a couple days now. Like, we've been just playing Captain's Mode after Captain's Mode every single day, and it's been going good for us. So a lot of people are getting sick of playing the same stuff. Like, I like Crystal Maiden a lot. I hate playing her with a passion because I fucking suck at her, but I love having her on my team. She's such a good hero, so I snatch her up almost every single game. And Izzy, who is one of our support players, he was saying every single game, like, oh my god, Crystal Maiden, I don't want to play Crystal Maiden again. So I went for an Alchemist, and I was looking for a little bit more of an interesting support duo rather than the usual Crystal Maiden. Now, the Crystal Maiden Alchemist combo is not available to me because they, of course, took Crystal Maiden. So I'm trying to think of what I should grab here, and I'm looking around, and I want to grab a support because I don't want to, like, tip my hand, like, you know, give away a hero that can be countered easily. So just looking for another support, and I decided to go with the Venomancer just on the pure basis that he is strong. There was no idea in my head that these heroes would combo well together. It was more just the idea that, you know, they're good heroes, and they will serve us well if we have them. So that was kind of the idea here. Like I said, I was wasting time. I didn't want to go too deep into my reserve time. I just kind of was looking through the pool, and I couldn't see anybody that I particularly favored over just having a stronger hero. I actually asked if Izzy knew how to play
5 seconds remaining.
Visage, because he's Visage would have worked really well. He always works well with Alchemist, but that was not a hero that anybody felt comfortable with, so I didn't bother. Now they grabbed the Rubik, and so right here, I'm instantly thinking ban Juggernaut. That was like my thought, because Juggernaut with these two heroes is almost a guaranteed pick, and I just really didn't want to get them. Now, I saw the OD ban, and I was like, okay, cool, so they get ring of that, so I don't have to worry about it. And I banned out the Marana as well, because these heroes work really well with Marana as well, because you can TK somebody into an arrow, you can frostbite somebody and throw an arrow. Like, it's really good for the Marana. And I was thinking Juggernaut, right? In my head, I'm thinking Juggernaut. And I sat here, and I think I blanked. Like, somebody said something funny or something in Skype, and I just kind of sat there, and I just, like, the Juggernaut pick was, like, or ban was, like, erased from my head. I was like, why? What was I going to ban? I don't know. And at this point, I wasted a lot of time on the ban. Like, you'll see, I dropped my reserve time down a lot. And so I'm sitting here going, oh, shit, like, what do I ban? Like, what works with this draft? Like, what am I doing? And like I said, I had thought Juggernaut a couple seconds earlier, but it just didn't cross my mind here, and I banned Lifestealer because I figured, you know what, we don't want Lifestealer dodging Alchemist stuns. He works well with the Crystal Maiden Rubik because they can hold people in place while everyone runs up and smacks him. So, you know, Juggernaut or like fucking Nake's ban, sure. And you know, it didn't even I don't know. This pissed me off. This was the mistake that I was talking about earlier. And like I said, it's almost guaranteed to see these two heroes picked together so early on and not have a Juggernaut pick followed. Like, it should have been my ban. And you'll see they do pick it, and we get absolutely fucked by it. So I'm trying to think, okay, what's a good carry that combos well with these heroes? Well, I said Luna. Okay, so we got Luna. We've got a pretty safe tri-lane. Like I said, we don't have an aggressive one. We have a safe tri-lane. Venomancer is a really safe hero. You can slow people down, allow somebody else to escape. He's got the wards that kind of control the lane. You can keep vision in the places that we don't have sight. And Alchemist, of course, just very safe. He's got his unstable concoction that he can charge if we get jumped. As well, he can always farm up the jungle and get, well, later on he can farm up the jungle, get Grievous Greed up, and start getting himself some items. So I figured, Luna, pretty safe. She's nasty if she gets farmed, so why not? Let's go for it. As well, our carry player is very comfortable with Luna, so he prefers her very much. Now the Juggernaut pick, and I saw this, and the second I saw it, I'm thinking, fuck, that was what I was gonna ban. Why didn't I fucking ban that? And now I'm kind of in panic mode. Like, obviously, I'm not panicking too much. Like, this is a nasty tri-lane, but I think we can deal with it. Like I said, ours is pretty safe. But you know, they're looking to go aggressive, and I'm just. Like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself in the pants for this one because like I said, it was in my head the entire time that I wanted to ban Juggernaut, and I just didn't. I don't know why, I don't know how, that was just how it worked out. So, anyways, now I'm thinking, okay, so they've got two really squishy supports. However, they've got a lot of control on their team, and they've got a lot of avoidability. They can slow people down with Crystal Maiden, they can get the Frostbite, they can get the TK, they can get the Blade Fury to get out of stuff. Like, it's going to be kind of hard to kill them, but they're really bursty. So what do we grab there? So we need to, like I said, we need to blow them up. And so I figured Bounty Hunter. Why the hell not? Let's go for a Bounty Hunter pickup, and that allows us to, you know, snipe off the squishy heroes and hit them hard where they least expect it. You know, just, you know, like just get up behind them, start to ruin Crystal Maiden and Rubik's Day. Like I was saying to my buddy, like, you know, you're gonna have a field day a few minutes into this game as soon as you can start harassing them down with Trinata Shuriken. So now we got the Bounty Hunter, and I'm thinking we got a pretty versatile team here. We've got a lot of damage, and we've got a lot of not so much control, but we've got a lot of safety. Like I said, we've got the Venomancer wards to keep lanes held back. We got Luna, who is not exactly safe. She's pretty squishy, but we've got enough to protect her. And they picked the Zeus, and so I kind of actually laughed at this pick. I was like, really? They're just gonna go Zeus so that they can see the Bounty Hunter? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, guys. And so I'm thinking, all right, well the Zeus is probably going to go mid, and they'll probably just use that for the later game to deal with the bounty hunter,
10
right? So
seconds remaining.
I was actually asking my team for suggestions here, and I was thinking of actually going Invoker, because I'm really comfortable on Invoker. He's one of my favorite heroes, and you know, I feel he doesn't exactly have synergy with our team, but I think he works well enough. I got rid of the Nature's Prophet because they were lacking an offlaner, and you know, like I said, they've got a nasty tri-lane, which means that TP ganks are going to be annoying as well. They got the Zeus plus the Prophet ulti, which is going to kill off a lot of heroes as they're retreating, especially that bounty hunter. So I got rid of Prophet. I said, you know what, fuck it, you guys can't have that.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, this is where the draft took a real turn for the worse as well.
Remaining.
So they get their ban out, and I don't even know who they banned. They banned Slark. Yeah, whatever. Fuck Slark. I don't care. I wasn't gonna pick him. Now I'm asking for suggestions on the mid laner. I'm like, okay, what really dumps on Zeus? Because Zeus is not a fantastic mid laner, and if I get a hero that's really good, I can just trounce him and go on a ganking spree, and we can really take off with this game. Like I said, our team's really snowbally between track gold, between Luna farming. Like, we would have been, we would be pretty well off if I can dominate mid. So I'm trying to think what will dominate that. And we came up with Templar Assassin. That was the idea that was thrown out by somebody, and I said, hell, I'm pretty comfortable with Templar Assassin. I'll play it. So we took it, and I'm thinking, all right, TA versus Zeus. That's not a bad matchup. I mean, he's got some spam ability to break through refraction charges, but not enough. He's a really squishy hero. I can burst him down with meld strikes. He's going to have a really hard time. And so now they come to their last pick, and they grab, I'll save you guys the time, they pick themselves a Darkseer. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, alright, I'm going to send the Darkseer to the offlane, try to harass the bounty, whatever. That lane's going to be pretty stable. I should be able to beat Zeus mid. That should be no problem. And like I said, they do have an aggressive tri-lane, I believe. So, I'm worried about this. And so, we're thinking, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do, right? So, they, we wait, they get the Darkseer, and we'll get into game in just a moment here so we can see this start to play out. But yeah, so, like I said, lane's looking pretty straightforward. We want to send our Luna to the safe lane, because Luna, like I said, she farms really well, but she's kind of squishy, doesn't work too well in an aggro tri-lane, and Alchemist, Venomancer are, like I said, pretty safe heroes. So here we go. We get into this game. And like I said, at this point, I'm not entirely happy with the draft. I could have drafted this a lot better. I could have killed that Juggernaut pick, made them pick something else that wasn't as favorable. I mean, even if they got the Nakes or something like that, I don't know if it would have favored them incredibly well. So, we kick off this game, and I will fast forward for a while here because there is no reason to hang around and watch this start of this game here. So, I start off heading to mid lane with 3 branches and a couple tangos, because I just want to get that fast bottle up, and I figured, you know, Zeus won't be able to, you know, do too much damage to me before that point. I should be able to outlast hit him, and you guys will see. Oh yeah, up here, they do get a attempt on first blood, and he does just barely manage to survive by popping off a salve, and so we almost lost first blood there. Now I get to mid lane, and I see Darkseer here, and already I'm thinking, fuck. Like, Darkseer wrecks TA. Absolutely destroys her. I mean, I shouldn't say absolutely destroys. He does okay, but, I mean, he moves faster than I do, so here I'm just trying to fight him back because I got creeps on my side. So, anyways, this lane is already not looking fantastic for me. I'm not as safe as I want it to be, and, you know, it's just not looking as good as I thought. So, anyways, we kick off this game, and this is a major point here, is that they went for that aggressive tri-lane, as I said. So, we do have a safe tri-lane, so I'm figuring, alright, we should be okay. Like, you know, they're going to put on some pressure, but I think we'll be able to survive in this lane. Down in the bottom lane, we got Zeus versus Bounty Hunter, which is a losing battle for Bounty Hunter, which is really unfortunate, but, like I said, anyways, so, things looking okay for me in the mid lane. I am farming up pretty well. I'm on top of the CS chart for now. I mean, doesn't quite mean too much. But we do actually get first blood up on the top lane. We actually caught out the Rubik, finished him off, and things were looking pretty good for us to begin with. So I was feeling pretty happy. Anyways, Darkseer gets himself up a little bit too far, and I thwart him off with some good meld strikes and start bottling up. I'm actually missing last hits left and right, like you saw me just miss 2 there. I was pretty unhappy with my play there. Go to check the rune, not there. It's down bottom from the very start. So, once again, team kind of stabilizes, people are farming up. Up here we get some aggression, and they do actually manage to pick off our Luna.
Dyer's
And
middle tower
really
is
unfortunate
under
because
attack.
fucking, like, oh God, we were just not having a good time there. Anyways, I come down here with the PA, and I see Zeus, and I'm like, alright, let's just fuck him. There's no way he's getting out of this. He was so far up. Walk up, get a good meld strike off, a couple hits, and he's gone. So, we pick ourselves up a kill, and I'm actually feeling pretty confident right now. I'm leading the charts in last hits. Oh, I went too slow. Leading the charts in last hits. I just got myself a kill for the off lane that was losing, and now I'm back to mid lane, looking relatively good. So, like I said, things not looking too bad. Looking like a decent TA game to start. And I did decide to max Psyblades first because I didn't want to be caught within the range of Ion Shell. So I wanted to have the extra range, the damage. I didn't feel mattered too much against that Darkseer because he can't really outlast hit me. All he's going to be doing is throwing out those Ion Shells and hoping for last hits. So I did that, and you know, it wasn't a terrible choice on my part. But anyways, in towards the mid game, or actually not even mid game, just fucking 5 minutes. What am I even talking about? Anyways, kill score still 2-1. Still last hitting up a bunch here. Doing pretty good at controlling this lane, actually. Like I said, maxing those Psyblades actually helped me quite a bit to control this lane instead of getting caught out here. So Darkseer jumps in on me here, and he actually catches me out, which I felt really bad about, but I did get a good meld strike off on him, right underneath the tower, and I forced the trade. He went in a little bit too deep, and I managed to pick that one off. So it was
Dyer's middle tower
kind of
is
unfortunate
under
for me,
attack.
but Zeus follows to our offlane. So we're actually feeling decent. Like I said, we're having a rough time on this offlane, and they do manage to pick off that alchemist. That was such a fucking close kill. Like, actually, okay. I wanted to rewind because I wish I could rewind in that in the original occurrence of that. But what the hell? We got like reference pose alchemist here. Yeah, I wanted to see this kill because I wanted to see how close it was to him dying. Like this, when I saw this happening in game, I was like, what the fuck? Like really? Like that auto attack should have killed. But anyways. Alright, where is it? There's the stuns on the mob, big fight goes down, people die. Anyways, okay, so they're going in on him. So you get one more auto attack. He has 43 life. He has 54 damage. He's got 2 armor. What does 2 armor give you? What does 2 armor give? Do I have to play to see that? Okay, so 54, 43. Physical damage reduction 10%. So 54 minus 10% is 5.5 or 5.4. So yeah, that attack was so fucking close, man. That he could have survived that. Anyways, I saw there was a double damage run up top. I grabbed that and I came up top thinking, alright, we might be able to get a gank out here, but they've got wards all over the place. They know I'm there, so I couldn't really pull anything off. I tried to go in, but
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
So that was a pretty poor gank, and our safe lane is not doing too well. I mean, she's only got 12 last hits, a lot less than anybody else on the field. Plus, our Luna's got 2 deaths. So we're just not having a good time on the safe lane here. And right this time, we probably should have rotated the safe lane to bottom. Actually, I think that's what we did. I'm trying to recall now. But anyways, I'm back to mid, starting to farm up. Got my phase boots up, so I'm hitting a little bit harder. And things are looking a little nicer for me. So
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Like I said, this is a pretty decent game at this point. Like I said, I'm still pissed off about the draft, but you know, things are going decently. I'm hesitant to say they're going good because our tri-lane is losing, but you know, they're going decent. And anyways, yeah, Luna gets caught out here. Like I said, that's that nasty ass combo between the, you know, the telekinesis and the frostbite. It's just really freaking hard to even deal with them. So anyways, just down that Darkseer, piss him off a little bit, go underneath the tower, start knocking this down. I actually do quite a bit of damage to the tower here. Double damage works out for me quite a bit. And yeah, Zeus and Bounty Hunter kill each other, that was pretty funny. But he's getting in here. Darkseer decides he wants to fight me, and I do manage to just barely escape with the use of my traps, which I laid down earlier, which helped out a lot. But once again, this is where shit really starts to hit the fan. Luna has now died 4 times and is sitting below our offlane Bounty Hunter and the offlane Zeus at 10 minutes in. So this is looking really bad. And at this point, I think... Oh, shit. Yeah, okay, yeah. Darkseer and I fought, and I killed him, but I was running away with like 2 HP and Rubik TP'd in and got a TK, which really sucked, but anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under
As I was
attack.
saying, at this point, I should have called it and just told the safe lane, told her safe lane to take off. And I told Luna to go down to bottom, and this was actually a good call. However, once she's down here, she is not doing much better off than she was earlier. Because, as you will see, the second they realize she's down here, we get a bunch of rotations. Where's the rotations? Oh yeah, they let her go for a few minutes actually before turning out. It was almost a dual lane top, like it was just our supports there for a while. Anyways, yeah, I popped off this Ace rune and I was like, let's go gank bottom! And actually they didn't see me coming. What the fuck? Game sense. He just hit underneath that tower. I should have just ran under there. I would have killed him. But I ran into a creep wave and lost all my refraction charges, so I just left it. But anyways, yeah, we lost our offlane bounty, or our bounty, because they have sentry wards fucking everywhere, and support's playing this really well. So we lose top lane, and at the exact same time,
tower has fallen.
We're we're trying to rotate, but now that they've lost top lane, our now safe tri lane is not so safe anymore, because they start rotating heroes, they start looking to pick off that Luna again, and you'll see in a moment that's exactly what they do. They're also pushing out mid, which is pissing me off quite a bit, because I've got no room to farm. And they do manage to gank me there, because it's nighttime, and they got the high ground, and I was up too far, so I should not have been up that far there, but anyways, yeah.
Dire's middle tower
now I'm sitting on a pretty poor stack of gold while I'm trying to build my Blink Dagger. I fucking love Blink Dagger on TA. It's the best item on her, and if you don't buy it, you're a complete scrub.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so I am needing this bad. So I return to mid and I keep farming because that's all I really need to do. And they're now just on a fucking pushing spree. They're trying to knock down every single tower they can, and they're doing a pretty damn good job of it. Like I said, they've got 4 heroes down here now. They've got an incoming creep wave, and our tower is at 200 life. There's not much we're going to be able to do here. Meanwhile, I mean, Juggernaut's free farming. He's now the top CS on the board, just underneath me, but they're pretty much about to get this tower. And actually, do we get the deny? Yeah, we do get a deny. I didn't know we denied the tower.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Bottom drops.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's speed this up a bit. Where am I?
Top tower is under attack.
Okay, so yeah, all that shit goes down, and I saw that their courier was going back with that ward that we had, and I ran down there, and I was like, fuck yeah, kill that courier. I was actually really happy about that. That was a smart play on my part. But anyways, that gave us some extra gold underneath our belts. Actually, I want to look at the gold graph, because I was wanting to know what happened all game long. They're on the Radiant side. Yeah, they got 5k gold, which is just absolutely abysmal. They deny a tower, they get another kill. And things are just kind of coming apart at the seams here. Like I said, our lanes were pretty damn good, but we just played them really poorly. We should have rotated that top lane out. We should have, I mean, I did just get my Blink Dagger, and it's just...
Not so bad.
These little engagements are just killing us, and our core, our backbone, our Luna, she is just getting wrecked. Whoa. Nice portrait of titties. Okay. But, yeah, anyways, I'm back in the mid lane. I'm still trying to farm up because I'm just not in a position. And like I said, at this point, I knew that our lane was lost, and so all I was trying to do was just buy us time. I was trying to shove out lanes, kind of distract them, get our Luna to just farm in any place she could, whether that was top lane, bottom lane, jungle, wherever, because she needed to get gold. So, working on this. I went and looking for a kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just farming up myself some gold here. I do need to get a lot of gold. Like I said, I was thinking of myself as the core on our team at this point because Luna was so far out of it that it was hard for me to think that she'd be able to make a big impact anytime soon. So I was just trying to get up whatever gold I could to start making an impact. And like I said, I'm actually doing pretty well because I'm on top of the TS chart. But, farm actually pretty even now. It's a lot better than I thought it was at this point in the game. Like, I thought we were doing really shitty. But, we're not doing too bad, and I'm farming up pretty well for a core mid laner. So actually, I was actually kicking myself in the pants quite a bit here because I ran down here, got a couple kills. And this Darkseer, I gotta commend him. Like, I fucking hate him, but I gotta commend him for his play. Like, he was doing really well in mid, and he took a lot of kills, and I mean, he played well. And fuck him for doing so, but he played well. Anyway, down here, I found myself a Rubik. I'm like, oh, free kills. Jump on him, start blasting him, and that, what the? Oh, I see what happened. Okay. We were wondering why that shuriken didn't kill him, and he magic wandered right before the shuriken hit him. And I was trying to follow in on this, and I just couldn't. Fucked into the trees to kind of land sight dodge them. And we ended up losing that kill there, which was really fucking disappointing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No problem. I knew there were a lot of them there, so I just backed the hell up, got out, and the game continued onward. Once again, just trying to farm up. I'm a little bit behind Jug now because I've been trying to make fights happen in my team's favor now, but things going decently. I mean, actually, things are not going decently. We are getting trashed, but
middle tower is
things are going decently for me. 2-3-2, not a terrible score, not a great score, but not a terrible score. And I'm farming okay. I've got some gold underneath my belt. I'm gonna get a Yasha here in just a moment. My TA build of choice is Phase Boots, Blink Dagger, Yasha, and then into Desolator, and then I finish off the Manta style after I get the Deso. Just because the extra move speed and damage from Yasha is really nice for the early game, but Deso is probably her best core item, so instead of going straight for the Manta, I go for the Deso after that. So anyways, Luna, this entire time, we've been telling her, just fucking stay out of the fight, dance between top lane and the jungle, get yourself some farm. And that's what she's been doing. So she is actually just behind me and Juggernaut in the farm charts right now, and she's doing herself pretty well. Fucking Rubik head fell. Oh my god, okay, so yeah, she probably shouldn't have been up there. That was a little bit too far up, but yeah, unfortunate. Meanwhile, I do get myself a Yasha. I have it flown out to me, and I'm just trying to play really safe right now because I know their supports have been doing a good job of warding and being aggressive. So I'm trying to just stay away from the river, stay away from their side of the map. I just push up a lane, return to the jungle, push up a lane, return to the jungle, go maybe do ancients, etc., etc. Just trying to stay safe. Anyway, let's see if I go down here. Juggernaut getting himself caught out. So I blink onto him and I'm like, fuck, let's go, bro. Let's go. Pop off the illusions. I kill off his ward right away because I don't want him healing up. I'm trying to chase him down. We're looking for it. We get the stun, but Darkseer, that blink vacuum wall fucks me right up. I've got to run. I don't die here, I don't believe. Yeah, I actually probably could have blinked over their entire team in the Juggernaut, but yeah. Oh, okay, so I do die. I do die. And yes, once again, another team fight that just kind of went shitty. Like I said, like their entire team, we're chasing down this Juggernaut. Their team is in mid lane. Look at this, their entire fucking team. Darkseer sees something goes down, he surges himself up. Juggernaut's running away. Darkseer gets in, blinks in, starts causing trouble. Meanwhile, Rubik and Zeus walk all the way from mid to start making this fight happen. So they're in the middle of all of this. Juggernaut barely survives by the skin of his fucking teeth, and the supports come in and clean it up. We lose 4 heroes there. It was absolutely abysmal. And like I said, this is just something that their team was doing a lot better than ours, in the fact that we were just kind of, like, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to analyze this right now. I'm trying to think of how these could have been played better. But Juggernaut was so overextended, we had 4 people there, and we jumped on him, and there was just nothing we could do. That, like, the mobility from their team between the Darkseer, Blink, and, I mean, Uruk's just got a 4-staff, but, I mean, the fact that their team is so on the spot with their responses has been the bane of us all game long. So, anyways, I'm dead again. 4 deaths up now. I'm not feeling too grand about this game, but I'm feeling okay. You know, our team is starting to get demoralized at this point because the kill score is in pretty bad favor. Like I said, Luna's got 8 deaths to her name because they've been hunting her all game long, and we're just fucking trying to make something happen, but it is just not. So, like I said, our team's feeling a little demoralized. We're feeling like we need to, you know, figure out how to come back from this. Like, I mean, things are just looking ugly. And I think right now, at this point, the correct answer to that is either smoke gank or smoke roche, because we are really far behind, and there's not much that's going to get us back into this game without a huge swing. Like I said, if we refer back to the charts, it's just slowly been climbing in their favor because they've been getting the pickoffs and they've been controlling our jungle. Like, look at this. The entire time Luna's been farming our safe camps, they've had somebody on this entire section of our jungle this whole time, and we're just farming up this section. Like, there's been some crossover. Darkseer's up in our dicks right now, but for the most part, they've just been being so much more aggressive, and they're cutting off Luna's farm. They're making things really shitty for us in all regards, and Juggernaut is getting himself pretty friggin' fat at this point. So, like I said, I think at this point the best course of action for me would have been to just say, okay, everybody fucking get together, we're going to smoke up, we're going to do Roche, or we're going to gank them, and we're going to catch them out of position. Because the one thing they haven't been doing is sticking together well. They come together for the team fights, but they haven't been moving together. They've just been kind of getting pickoffs and moving into position and being reactionary. So I think being able to just chunk down one hero in a matter of moments would have meant a lot for us. So anyways, we see that they're up here. We know that they're, you know, fucking around on our high ground, and we're ready to defend that. So we're sitting here at our tier 2. Luna is still off farming, like I said. We just told her, fucking farm, 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 farm. We will hold off these lanes as long as we can. We need you to become relevant. So I think I should have actually been part of the farm, farm, farm and disregard fights. Because, like I said, at this point I was kind of regarding myself as a core. Even though I don't have as many last hits now, a level 11 TA with Yasha does a lot more than a level 11 Luna with Yasha. Actually, if she gets good equipment, but anyways, yeah, so like I said, we're really hinging our hopes on me and Luna becoming relevant, especially because the enemy team's mid lane is so fucking abysmal. I mean, Juggernaut needs an okay carry, but he's not the best. He's okay. He does what he does. He gets his Omni Flashes off, but if there's a mechanism, if there's something to deflect that damage, it will still, you know, it can still be pretty hard for a Juggernaut to really carry a team. Aside from that, all they've got is a Zeus, a Darkseer, a Rubik, and a Crystal Maiden, who, I mean, they dish out some damage, but they're not carries. They're not late game heroes. They're just heroes. So at this point, like I said, I'm just saying to my team, fucking stall this game out, hold whatever lanes we can, get Veno wards up in the middle of the lane, you know, just stall. We need Luna to become relevant. That was the entire goal at this point. And I don't think this was bad. Like I said, I think she was really far behind, but if she wanted to, like we needed her to be relevant, and the only way to do that was to just stall and get her farm. So her and I are kind of competing for second most CS here, just back and forth, both just farming up pretty well, and we're actually doing alright. Like I said, I'm starting to move towards that Desolator now, so things looking a little bit better. Now, like I said, I think with how spread out and passive their team was being at this stage of the game, this would have been perfect for a smoke gank or a Roche. And that just never crossed my mind as we were doing it. It just never popped in there as something I should be doing. But, you know, it was something I was aware of. Well, actually, no. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It was something that I think should have happened now in hindsight. We should have been a lot more organized with how we moved around the map, and all I was saying at this point was just like fucking stall. Which, like I said, good game plan, but it doesn't accomplish what we need to do, which is get this gold graph swinging back in our favor. It's coming back a little bit now that we're farming well, but it's not going to jump back down. We're not going to grab ourselves 5,000 gold out of the blue anywhere. It's just not going to happen. So, anyways, just holding off lane, stalling up. Like I said, Luna's actually doing pretty well for herself now. She's got herself a Yasha almost, Helm of the Dominator, and actually, fuck, we should have been stacking these Ancients forward the entire time. That was something that we didn't think of either. That would have actually allowed her to flash farm and get back into this game pretty easily. But anyways, Venomancer finds himself a little bit too far up, gets caught out here by a couple of supports, and things just not looking good. I come in because I figure I can probably make something of this, and I do. I jump in on the Rubik, throw down a couple traps, and they do not have anything quite yet. They do frostbite me up, but once my blink is off cooldown, oh no, fuck. Oh yeah, I got the Crystal Maiden. I didn't manage to get the Rubik. Sad days, I wanted that Rubik. But they're all coming in now, and I recognize that, so I got the hell out, which was a good call on my part. Anyways, so the enemy team, I think at this point, realized that they were giving us a little bit too much space, and so they start to push in, and they're starting to push in pretty rough. So we're still stalling it up. Like I said, we do have a decent team for stalling between Acid Spray, between Veno Wards, between me hitting with Side Blades. We're doing all right. I mean, we're not annihilating creep waves. We're no coddled, but we do have the ability to pull them away from the tower and just stall this push. So they're pushing slowly but steadily, and we want to make something happen. I throw a Meld Strike out on that Juggernaut, but he is just so he is just so strong right now. And we deflect the push, and they're backing up. I think they do come back in, but like I said, we're deflecting this okay, and we're still creating space for Luna. Like I said, she's almost actually on top of the Juggernaut in creep skill. Actually, in a couple more, she will be, which is perfect. This is exactly what we've wanted. She's now got a Yasha. She's actually got some items under her belt, which is good. Anyways, oh, I didn't even realize this was a smoke gank. Holy shit! I was going down to do the Ancients, and I dropped this trap here just to be safe. I was like, oh, whatever. And, oh my god, I didn't realize how close I was to death there. Fucking A. Like, I saw the Darkseer as I was going down there. Like, I just spotted the Darkseer. And then we saw somebody up on this cliff, I can't remember who. Somebody was up there, I think it was the Darkseer. And then as I was walking back, I saw Zeus up here. Like, I was pinging my team, I was like, we gotta get back. Like, they are in this area, but I didn't realize how fucking close I was to dying. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just trying to trap this up here, keep this lane a little bit safer. And like I said, Luna is now on top of Juggernaut on CS. And there's a big fight going down here. I'll get back to the Gold Rat. And I tried to run away there, but they managed to catch me off. It bugs me so much that if you take damage to your refraction shield, it still puts your Blink Dagger on cooldown. That just drives me nuts. I would have been able to blink out of that fight if my refraction charges didn't count, but they do, and it's fun. So anyways, Gold Graph, like I said, we're actually starting to make a little bit of steady progress back. It's not much progress, but it's steady. So we're starting to bring it back down, and Luna is starting to become relevant. So she's definitely not on top. She's definitely not ahead of anybody, but you know, those 8 deaths put her back quite a bit. Anyways, Juggernaut now has retarded amounts of items, and we got ourselves into a fight there, and Juggernaut just blows up 2 people with Omni Slash, because Omni Slash Aghanims is so fucking OP that it's not even funny. I'm kidding, I know it's not OP, but it's just really strong and it's annoying. So we got ourselves killed, and things are not looking good. Like I said, this entire game, we've been getting caught out one by one, just because of the ability to pick them off. That Blink into Vacuum, that Force Staff into Telekinesis, custom made as a Force Staff as well, yeah, Force Staff into Frostbite, etc, etc, etc. Just makes it so easy for them to pick one hero and just fucking kill the shit out of them. And it bugs me because, like I said, this entire game we've been forced to fight 3v5, 4v5 because of the situation that our tri-lane put us in, which then just put us at a further advantage. So we keep losing kills, and we're trying to trade it for farm, but it just isn't. So Rubik steals himself Eclipse and now has that, which is balls. Rubik was actually really good too. I fucking hate him, but he's good. Gives himself an Aghanim, so he's got better abilities than our Luna does. And we know they're doing this, we're trying to stop them, and I've got vision of it, but at this point they had a gem, so they were seeing my traps everywhere, which was a real pain in the ass because I wanted to be able to jump into this fight. And at this point we decided there's no way we're going to get this. We don't have the Luna. There's 5 of them there. Even if we do manage to steal Roche of the Aegis, we're all going to die for it, so just fucking let's not bother.
Roshan has fallen
So,
to the ring.
Roshan goes down, Juggernaut gets the Aegis, obviously, and once again, things just looking like shit. We picked ourselves up some decent gold on our core heroes. I'm really close to my
Radiant's bottom
Desolator,
tower is under attack.
but Luna still has jack shit. Actually, she's got some items, but she's got nothing for kills. She's not been able to contribute much. And Bounty Hunter is still struggling to finish off an Orchid. Does not manage to. We get backed in by this fucking Darkseer, and
Tower is under attack.
Luna tries to come in, but nothing happens. So we get wiped 3 for nothing. And at this point, my team's calling GG. I'm like, no, guys, it's not GG. I'm trying to keep us in it. I'm trying to keep morale up. And, you know, things are looking really shitty, but I still don't think the game was lost at this point. It's really far gone, but I don't think it was lost. I'm trying to run away here. I got melded, but yeah, so we're 5 heroes down. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit because this is just terrifying to watch.
Middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle
Anyway,
barracks
so
have fallen.
catch this Darkseer, we just can't fucking kill him. He's so tanky. Look at this, 29 armor, 29 fucking armor, 65% magical. And we do manage to pick up Prism in there, so that worked so well for us. And he does manage to escape. And as we go back in, another fucking, like, just abysmal fight there. And we lose another. Tower kills that Darkseer, so we're actually feeling, we're still feeling like shit. And like I said, my team was calling GG. And in my head I agreed with them, but no, let's stick this out, because, you know, if we can shove them off these racks and survive for like another 10 minutes, like just 10 minutes, you know, we'll be able to do something. We actually kill the Zeus and grab ourselves a gem, so we're like, alright, we're doing alright. You know, this isn't terrible, this isn't unwinnable, it's just a shitty situation, right? And of course, I wanted to preserve that giant win streak that I had, so I'm like really anal about this. I really don't want to fucking lose, especially because their team is just pissing me off so much. So I grabbed myself a Desolator. So I've now got a couple items, feeling a little better. We finish up the Orchid on Bounty Hunter, get rid of that gem. So things actually felt a little better. We did lose a set of racks, but one set of racks is not a terrible thing. We're still down 20,000 gold. And like I said, we are farming way better than them. We've got lots more creeps, but they've been knocking down the towers, they've been getting the kills, and that's just really fucking good. So, anyways, farming up a little bit more here, trying to keep my CS up, and just get the gold I need to finish off a couple more items. But like I said, at that point where they started pushing into that bottom tower, I think they had realized that, you know, they were just, I think they'd realized that, you know, they were giving us too much space, and they just went for it. So it's really annoying. I was like, hey, let's go on this fucking Juggernaut. Right here. Just go. Look at this. Boost to travel in the second they fucking see it. The second they see it. Boost to travel in, Omni Slash, I'm fucking toast. And, I mean, this is something I gotta credit him for, but also just fucking such a pain in the ass to play against. Like, can you believe, like, every fucking time we try to do something, every time we go anywhere, every time we gank, every time we move, there's somebody there. Like, that one kill I got on mid, I fucking killed the Darkseer, and I got away with like 20 HP. I'm running away, I'm like, fuck yes! Rubik finishes TPing in, and fucking Fade Bolts me, and I was like, god damn, like...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man. It's just... Their movement was a lot better, and their tri-lane beat the shit out of ours, which was something that I really didn't want to see, because I thought we had really good heroes. Like I said, we got a pretty safe tri-lane, considering... I mean, Luna's squishy early on, but between Venomancer having wards riddled down everywhere, and the Alchemist having a stun ready at all times, I thought we actually should have had a much better tri-lane than we did. Things just kind of came apart after a couple early kills, and pick-offs just happened one after another, and now we're at an ugly position here. Almost got a BKB up on Luna, which is good. If she can manage to get that up before the next fight, we might have a chance. We're still trying to work this out. Sun's flying out, things happening. I'm just trying to hold this off with my team. Like I said, I've got a decent arsenal of weapons for fighting, so I think I can stick around and help fight instead of farming up. Luna still needs to get her farm, and like I said, she's still sitting on top of that last hit score, but just not enough. At this point, I actually might have recommended selling off some of her items to get off that Black King mark, because that would really fucking use that for this fight. Anyways, we go in on this fight, and just so much damage. Like, at this point, it was just the damage. Like, there was no way we could have executed this team fight better. Like, I mean, we tried, but at that point, it was just like, fucking Zeus does damage, Juggernaut does damage, fucking Darkseer Wall does damage. Like, everything just did so much damage that it just fucked us up.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
We get wrecked here. Game is GG.
Dire's top barracks have
After some fountain camping and some bullshit on the blood, we're gonna construct the buildings, fight a little bit, slag, there. So, as I was saying, I really felt shitty about this game because I felt we played it well, and I'm kicking myself in the pants for this draft because I knew Juggernaut was going to be the pick. I knew it was going to be the pick. It was in my head, and I just fucking didn't. For whatever reason, I just didn't. It's like when you see a Marana arrow flying towards you, and you know it's going to hit you, but you just don't move anyways. It just hits you. You're like, fuck. Like, that was kind of just what happened. And so our tri-lane failed pretty miserably. Our tri-lane failed pretty miserably, and we just didn't take advantage of the space that they gave us in the mid-game well enough. Like I said, we did get the farm up on the Luna, which was what we ultimately wanted in the end, but we could have pretty easily taken Roche. We could have easily, smoke ganked them because they were always on their own quite a bit, and we could have really abused the fact that they were kind of just reacting instead of acting with foresight. So I think those are the keys to the game. Something I'll have to look out for in the future. Something I'll have to recognize in my future drafts, because this was something that I should have been able to thwart as well. Like, I was actually thinking of banning Darkseer too, just because we'd seen like 3 Darkseers earlier tonight, and I was like, fucking, I don't want to face another Darkseer. Fuck it, let's just get rid of it. But I didn't. I didn't think they would switch up their lanes like that. I think my hat's off to this team. They did really well, even though I hate admitting it. They did do good. And yeah, that was it. So I'm going to cut the video off here. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Be sure to check out my live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll be casting the Amateur Dota 2 League. As well, give me a like, favorite, subscribe here on YouTube. And check out my Twitch channel at Cptn.Canuck Dota. You can also check out my Twitter at Cptn.Canuck Dota. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.